Hey, what's up? It's Drake here. I was coming back with another Monster Hunter Wild build video. I'm going to go over a new dual blade setup, and I apologize. It's basically the same as the bow build up. I just thought about pairing it together with dual blades, and it just functions so well that, excuse me, I had to make a build on it. We'll go over the armor right here, right quick. And like I said, it's basically the same as the bow build I just posted. If you've watched it, everything exactly the same. And the reason being is bow and dual blades both function basically the same. They're stamina hungry, so they can't use maximum might. So they tend to like skills that aren't stamina based. So you just wind up basically running latent power. And the skills you wind up with is mainly adrenaline rush, weakness exploit 3 constitution because you are evading a lot, latent power 3, which is only active probably about 50% of the time. But like I said, my previous one, if you put in full Wix, it would be 15%, which is basically half of this without the stamina management. I do love to run evade window 3 because if you're just a little off on your timing, you still will activate adrenaline rush even if you don't get the perfect dodge animation for the dual blades. Excuse me. And of course, 2-piece gore, full antivirus. We get 1 agitator, 1 burst for that, like 8 raw after we do 5 hits. And then, of course, the Seregios set bonus, which allows us to stack adrenaline rush twice, which I believe like doubles it, takes it from like 30 to a minute, or it's possibly 30 to 45 seconds. But the double activation allows us to keep it active almost 100% of the time, especially on something like Seregios, however you say it, that's hyper aggressive. So we're just constantly perfect evading. And of course, 2-piece gore and coalescence comes from gore, which kind of helps a little bit if you're running element or status, but it's not really a big part of it. Now I'm running paralysis, and they're not perfect roll by no means, but I did go out and craft the Seregios dual blades, and they're really good. The blade scale honing is really good, especially for this dodge based playstyle, and it is a 5% boost. I mean, you drop element, but by picking up the 10% affinity, you still basically hit the same affinity cap with the less slots, so you're not really dropping any damage. You pick up the 5% when you got the blade scale honing, the spatial sharpness active, but it goes away pretty quickly. And I just didn't really like dropping off. I mean, you can run paralysis, blast, poison, element, whatever you want, and it just kind of pushes it past that 5%, like I said, because it goes away in basically one combo. So your big hits that you really want the 5% boost on, you're just not getting it for it. So I would say, I mean, good if you just want to go raw for some reason. That, I mean, they're really, really solid. I wish they had a little more white sharpness, but yeah, they're good. But the reason it really stacks well is the dual blades have got a baked in perfect dodge animation that gives you an attack bonus. And as you can see, I mean, we don't have anything active. We're setting at 221 right now, 27% affinity. And latent power just activated. But if I go here, get this, and I was even a little late, still got it. Now we're at 282. It is a 60, right around a 60, 61 flat raw bonus, and I don't have any bloated values on mine. I figured it up earlier, it's somewhere between a 28 to 30% damage boost that you can keep active. Now you see our dual blades boost just wore off. But we can come back here, reactivate that, we're right back at it again. So it's super easy to keep basically active. One thing I hate is like with dual blades, I wish it didn't do this. As soon as you sheath them, that dual blades buff is gone. The adrenaline rush stays, but as soon as you sheath your weapons, your dual blade buff is gone. So if you're playing this playstyle, try not to sheath your weapon because you're just basically wasting your dual blades buff, which I really hope, please Capcom, fix this. Fix it to where we don't lose our buff by healing our allies in multiplayer, or by if the monster makes distance and you want to run to get closer because your movement speed is so dreadfully slow. Like, I mean, this is literally it. If you do this, you just lost your buff. You know what I mean? So please fix this for us. Make it to where we don't have to be punished for putting up our weapons to get closer to the monster. I don't think any other weapon in the game loses its buff just by sheathing. If you have to heal, you lose your buff. If you throw out Dust of Life for your allies, you lose your buff. It's stupid. I don't understand why they made it that way. Like, longsword doesn't lose its red gauge because they sheath and move closer. Why does dual blades lose its buff? But anyway, that's just neither here nor there. But yeah, build is we'll activate all our stuff, and I just show some damage output here. I just posted a video of a Sirigios run with this exact setup. I think I did it sub 12, and it was not a perfect run by no means, but it's just so much fun to play, especially on that fight. But we will have to activate our stuff in here because Gore does not activate in the training area. And we'll get this, get our buff going, and then we'll try to overcome Gore, so we're getting our true affinity. Alright, yeah, and now we're overcoming. See, we're at 85%. We're getting 15% from our weakness exploit, so this is a 100% build, 100% affinity when everything's active. Now you see we hit like 150 when everything's active on the last one. We are applying paralysis very effectively, so this thing slaps very, very hard. And that's without the dual blades buff active there, the 134s. Get that up again. But yeah, lots of damage. Very fun to play. Oh, and in the update, I didn't know it, I watched another video, they actually updated a little bit on the perfect dodge. Out of perfect dodge, hit perfect dodge and hit triangle, you go straight into screw slicer. Or if you perfect dodge, triangle and O, you can go straight to blade dance 2 and 3, which is probably going to be your highest damage thing if you've got a monster that's not so mobile that you just can't close the distance. But that's it. Yeah, I was just going to go over it, man. I love this build. I'm glad they finally put something in that dual blades can really take advantage of. I hope that in the future patch, they said they're going to patch dual blades, that they fix that where you lose your buff by sheathing your weapons, because it really just makes it feel awkward, especially on something like Sirigios where he makes so much distance, but you don't want to sheath your weapon to lose your buff, so you're just like slowly crawling towards him while he's winding up his next attack. But that's it. That's the build. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, click that sub button, man. It really helps me out. And as always, thanks for watching.